Hello everybody and welcome to Combat Arms. Now this game, I actually wanted to record this a very long time ago, but I never got around to it. And this game has changed a lot since then. It's actually called Combat Arms Reloaded now. Not sure about the title, if I like it or not, but I guess it works for the moment. Now, this game has seen very many changes, and the bulk of those changes are in the loading screen and the graphics. They did do a graphics rehaul quite recently. I kind of got back into the game, although not really. I'm just, playing it, testing it out, because it has been probably a good year or two since I've actually logged in my account. But this game for me has a lot of backstory, because this game came out, I believe, 2007. I've been playing the game since 2008. I don't remember early 2008 or late, but I guess it doesn't matter. Now, this was not my first account. I actually had an account called Joe the Gamer 4 or Joe the Gamer 444. It was one of those two, but unfortunately that account's been banned. Now, I don't regret the ban because they did actually give me a second chance. The first time I got banned was expected. I had Cheat Engine open. I was not trying to hack the game or anything, but I just had it open and I forgot to close it. So Nexon was like, whoa dude, we're gonna ban you or something like that. So I did a ban appeal and I actually got that appealed. But a couple months later, I got banned again. I don't know what I got banned for. I do think the devs actually gave me a reasoning, but I really don't remember. And I just don't agree with that ban. So that's that about that. And that's mainly why I stopped playing the game, because I spent a good $500 onto the game. Well, in the game, over the course from 2008 to probably 2012, 2013, somewhere about that, when I got banned. And all this stuff, like the character here, this is actually from me not logging in a long time. Now, what I mean by that is if I go to the, where is it, this is all new to me. I've only messed around with this for about 10 minutes, so I really don't know how to navigate this. The menu did look a lot, and I mean a lot, different back then. I actually prefer how the game looked a long time, well, not even a long time ago. I don't think these changes are actually that different, to be honest. But if I go to, because it says my equipment, we can actually see a couple of weapons. Let me see my weapons. I actually just got this gun because why not? But let me see if I can find it. I know I have a certain amount of things I actually got for logging in. Now, this gun, this is actually a really, I guess, good gun. It's considered a rare in the game. And back then, they actually had an event to where when the newcomers came back, well, not newcomers, I mean, when, I guess, veterans, you could say, mainly, it was pretty much if you had an account that was inactive for probably a few months, maybe a year, you got the supply crate, and in that supply crate, you actually got very rare weapons. They were actually randomized. I ended up getting this one, and let me see if I can actually find the other one. I can't drag this for some reason. I got this on the PP19 mod camo. Now, these guns I've had for a long time, because that was, well, let me actually tell you how I really got the items, because I did explain how the crate was pretty much given to people who just came back. So after it was banned, I made an account, titled Nintendo G. I don't know why I put the G there. I think Nintendo's is taken or something. I don't know. But you can't actually put Nintendo Gamer because Gamer doesn't fit. That's why it's just Nintendo G. But right after I got banned, I made a new account just to start playing again. Well, not after I got banned. I think about a year after I got banned, I made the account and I played on it for a bit. But then I stopped playing for a very long time. So I logged in and I ended up getting all this. Now, I have a lot of memories of this game. I also got this character, which is good because it has like movement speed and all that. Let me go this. let me go this. Yeah. nice speech. So, like I said, this is all new to me. I've only messed with this for like 10 minutes. I kind of want to get back to the game. This game is free to play, and like I said, it's very old, which some people are like saying, let the game die, you know. They're kind of trying to revive this game, and I like it, you know, nostalgia reasons, but any new people, I don't see them sticking around that long. They did recently add a not custom. I looked at custom and I said custom, but they added competitive, which as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh no, competitive in games is like, you know, these ones FPS games. I don't like competitive. The community gets toxic and all that, and it's just not fun. It's because I like repeating the same word over and over. Let me go into a game if I remember how. So, pretty much how this game was originally was there were, you know, you were greeted to the opening screen. It looked nothing like this, how it does now. And pretty much where this is, you would see servers, you would click on, you know, maybe for me, North America, then you'd click on the server. And then pretty much something like this would pop up, but it was the entire screen was covered, you know, in the custom games. You just click on a game, you join it, and then you play it. And there also used to be chat, which doesn't seem to be present. But with the recent change, they've actually changed a lot of that. And to be honest, in my opinion, it does not look good. Like, if you look at old videos of this game, I think I actually do have like really old videos, but I don't know if those are on this channel or if they're on my very old channel. I think if they are on this channel, I might have actually either deleted them or made them private. But it's not nearly as good, and I don't really like it. I don't know. So you know, you go up here and it pretty much splits them up. You can create a room and all that. But let me go to normal, and pretty much what this is, it's like quick play. You click on elimination or one-man army, and you click on one or two, and these are pretty much maps, you know, like this map and then all these others. So it's pretty much like I guess like a filtering system. You pick, like if you pick this one, you have a chance to play any of these maps. It's pretty much randomized. So let's just click on play and see it. But there we go. Hopefully that doesn't do that much to the audio, because I think I did see the audio kind of spike there. But anyway, so this is the game right here. As you can see, it looks a lot different. Well, probably not that much different, but I don't know, like the graphics have changed. You can actually go, if I go to options and video, you can change the graphics quality here, but you can also, where is it? Go graphics mode, reloaded or classic. Now classic, it's a lot different, you know. I don't know, it might not be that different, but the lighting is different. The gun looks different. As you can see, it's kind of like this right now. Let me go back to, not back, but let me go to classic. And this is pretty much what it looked like. This is what I'm used to. This is what like old Combat Arms looked like. And as you can see, the lighting and stuff, if you actually go out here, you can kind of see the difference, although I think they did upgrade like the grass texture and all that, so I don't believe this is how the game used to look like. But if I go back to graphics mode and click on reloaded, as you can see, it kind of changes. Like the textures are a little bit better, the grass is a little bit better. Well, actually my graphics settings are low because my computer, not that good. The graphics card in my computer, not the best. I do want to upgrade my graphics card, but I don't think for this game it's going to be that much of a problem. I'm pretty sure I could get on high and have not, you know, that many problems. I don't think it also makes that much of a difference. But, man, this game, I used to play this game all the time. This was my first FPS. And I'm not even kidding when I say first FPS. Like, I've seen Halo, like, gameplay of that and all that, you know, back then. But I've never played those games, and I would always watch my brother play this game. Both of my brothers, I would watch them play because they actually had an account. And I remember we used to be in the same room all the time. You know, me and my twin and then my older brother. we would be in the same room, and we would have this board of wood separating so we couldn't screen peek or anything like that. And I would pretty much just watch them play, because back then I didn't have an account or anything, so I would just watch them. And then later down the line, when my brother stopped playing, my older brother, he actually gave me his account, and that's the account that got banned. You know, like I said, the that got banned after, I guess, a certain amount of time. Now, that account was really good. It looked really cool. It was pretty much a black skeleton, well, not a black, it was like a black skeleton vest with blue, but the actual skeleton was blue, and it looked really cool. I wish I could get that account back, but I know I can't get that account. I probably will never be able to get that account, but, well, actually, yeah, they pretty much told me I'll never get the account back, but man, it's so unfortunate. I really liked that account, and I did spend the amount of money that I said, which was, I believe, $500, but, you know, that was over the span of the years and all that. Now, the reason why I might be doing poor is, it's FPS game. It's an FPS game. I don't know. It's an FPS game. I'm not really good at these types of games, and I don't know if it's the actual graphics system or not, but I kind of feel input lag. It's really weird. I had that problem when I first started the new graphics system, and even if I go back to classic, it still looks the same. Now, I don't know if that's just me, or if it's because I haven't played the game in a very long time, but it feels really weird. I don't know why. It's just one of those things I guess I have to get used to. But with that being said, the graphics update, not that bad. It could be a little bit better. I don't know. The engine is actually very old. It's like, believe me, it's a very old engine that they used. I'm surprised they haven't, flat out changed it and all that. But unfortunately, this game seems like it has more hackers, a lot more hackers than it used to. Either that or people just complain too much, which that's the main, one of the main things about this game that I'll say is really bad is everyone will, I mean everyone will complain that you're a hacker, and they just say hacker, hacker, hacker. They'll just keep complaining that you're a hacker. Now, that was the case back then too, where they would say hacker or capital Q, which is pretty much a a crying face. Like if I type QQ right now, as you can see it, you would imagine the Q's being eyes, then the actual, I guess you would say tail of the Q. I don't know, but you would picture those as being tears, and that's pretty much what everyone would use. Now, I've talked about people, many times and said QQ, and they're like, wait, why do you say that? It's one of those things where apparently that was not in any game. I don't know. Maybe it was, but I wouldn't know anything. It's just, this game is just really nostalgic for me. I want to keep playing it, but at the same time, it's not popular enough to start playing again. And it's actually a really good game, for being free. I don't know if you heard that my Discord, yeah, my Discord thing's going off. I probably should have left Discord, but anyway, the game, I don't know, something about it. I just really like the game, and I'm kind of getting better. That guy had a spawn shield. I don't know why I didn't leave, but yeah, I want to get back into the game, and I'll probably show this after the match, but they have done a lot of stuff with the GP system and the currency that you use to, pretty much the premium currency. NX is, the currency used to, well, I can't talk. The real life currency, I don't know why I can't talk, but yeah, it's pretty much the real life currency, and that would be used for the get weapons pretty much for permanent. And back when I played, there were specifically guns that were only for permanent, but that's probably an enemy grenade. I'm going to run from that. But nowadays, they change it a lot. Originally, well, I don't know if I would say originally, but they changed it a few times. One time, it was, they made every NX gun for GP, but you couldn't buy it for permanent, because the main deal about NX weapons, or buying weapon for NX, is that you could buy it for permanent. Now, they actually changed the system to where you can buy pretty much any game for permanent. At least I think you can. Now, let me go to it. And if we go to weapon, this system is also really weird for me. I'm not used to it. So if you go to, I guess, this gun, the Dreamy G18, and normally you would go to buy for NX and it would say permanent, which, you know, this would be the only method you could buy stuff for permanent. Now, there used to be a couple GP sales where they would have exclusive guns for permanent, but that didn't last that long. And from what I've heard, they have significantly reduced the price of, like, for NX. 3,470, that's pretty much $3 right there to buy this gun for permanent. Now, I don't know what it is for other ones. Let me search up AK just right here, because that's the only gun I can think that off the top of my head that's an actual assault rifle. So if you go to NX and click on buy, so AK-47, 8,720 NX. This is basically $8 to get this gun for permanent. Now, in the old days, this game would be criticized a lot, and actually sometimes I would criticize the game as well, for very much overpricing their weapons. Now, the AK-47, well, not just the AK-47, but pretty much the different classes of guns, I guess, like the SMGs, the ARs, the sniper rifles, and all that, they would pretty much be set at a certain price. Like, I think the sniper rifles would be $25. No, I mean, not the sniper rifles. The assault rifles would be $25. The sniper rifles would be $30, and then the SMGs would be $20. I think the pistols were $10, and the knives were $5. So it pretty much went up by $5. So as you can see, $25 reduced to $8. That's a lot better. And with the addition of that, if we go to buy with the GP, we can actually buy the gun for permanent, which that's always really nice, because that actually gives people an incentive to grind the game, because you can actually buy stuff for permanent. You know, although it being really expensive, 277K, but still really good. There are a couple things I wanted to buy, like, let me see, name, like, there's a name, name color chain, not clan. I always get those confused. Name. And the good thing is that if you type something, it also, it gives you a list of what things are available, I guess. So player name, color change, press enter. And as you can see, if we click on GP, or just click on the thing and then click on GP, we can actually get this for permanent. Now, you can never buy this specific item for permanent, except when it was like a special event. And let me actually see for NX. So pretty much $4 to get this permanent. And I was actually going to buy this, but I ended up buying a different gun. I pretty much ended up selling a lot of my permanents, because back then they had like a lot of these events where you could get certain guns and all that. I know you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just excited to play this game again, because it looks cool, like it really does. I just wish there was a way, if they implemented a feature where you could go back to the old layout. I would much prefer the old layout with the addition of with the addition of ranked matches somewhere, just another option. Because to be honest, I know it's just nostalgia and all that, but I really don't like this system. Well, not the system, but just the layout. And I'm used to the custom, because like I said, you would go to custom match and this would pretty much be the game. Because back then they didn't have normal, they didn't have this at all. They didn't have quick play or anything like that. It would just be the custom match, and you'd go into a server and you would just go to, you would be greeted to a screen kind of like this, although it like filled the entire screen, and you would scroll down, and find a game that you wanted. And back then it wasn't categorized like this, like you didn't click on elimination and only elimination appeared. But I don't know, really fun. Like, it's really nice. The game's free to play. It's just a lot of stuff that they have done. It's unfortunate that people are leaving the game at a steady pace and all that. I don't know. I've had like really good memories and really bad memories of the game, but I still like the game. I hope somehow this game can come back from the dead and people will start playing it. I have noticed that there are a few more hackers. I actually saw a hacker the last time I played this game. Well, not like the last time, but I was on it once and there was a hacker. Not when it was in this layout, but when I came back for the first time in a while, there was someone hacking. And back then, well, not even back then, like 2016, they pretty much eliminated like all the hackers, and it was so great. But now that I come back and it seems like hacking is a little bit more plentiful, I don't know, but this game, I don't know. It's just really fun and all that, and you can actually go to function. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can buy. Like these cases right here, you were never able to buy this with in-game currency, and these boxes were a lot different. So there's a lot of stuff like limited VIP mystery box. As you can see, this is limited, 2.5 million GP. But the reason why it's this expensive is because it holds some of the most... Wait, actually, can I see? Yeah, if you... Like, it holds some of the most rarest items in the game. And there are... I know my friend had like 5 million GP and all that because they would constantly grind. So things like these are just... I don't know, it's really cool. I like the fact that I love what they did at the shop, but what they did at the layout, I really wish you could go back. That's one of the main things. If they let us switch between this layout, voice crack, and the other layout, I would much prefer how the old layout was. That's one of the main things. If they had like an option to do that, I would take that any day. And there's a lot of stuff, like, you know, like I said, all of this stuff, like all the way down to the respawn tokens. These are pretty much used in Fireteam, and you can never buy these with the GP, but now you actually can, and it's really nice that they give you more options to buy stuff, like, you know, how to buy stuff. Like, if we go over here, let me scroll this down. I don't know why I have like such a hard time doing this. But where is it? I had this. I used to have this for permanent, and I remember spending $10 to get this, because back in the day, well, actually no, it was it $10 or 20, because it's 10 right now. But the reason why this is 10 as opposed to if we go to is it featured? No, gear, is because, see, as you can see, this one's 7. You would think it's the same thing, but the other one was cosmetic. This one is actually like a character. So if I wanted to, I could get the cosmetic version, and my other character, I would keep those stats, if that makes any sense. That's why the cosmetics are more expensive. But I remember paying like all this money because I really wanted these certain things, and now it's cool because you can grind them with in-game currency. And I was testing it last time when I played. It seems that you get about 1,000 to 2,000 GP a game, and the games aren't that long from what I know, unless I have a special, you know, GP boost or something, which could be possible. But man, this game, I know I haven't done that much gameplay, but I'm already at 24 minutes because I'm just sitting here saying, oh, this game is so great because of how, you know, how this is my first FPS and all that. But maybe I'll do more videos of this. But I can't even stress it enough how I still like the game. I know many people don't like the game anymore, it's just dead, but this is just, you know, the game that I grew up with. It was so fun back in the day. The pinnacle of the game was pretty much the game pretty much was, I guess, quote unquote, good from about 2007 to 2012, and then people were like, oh, the game started doing updates and now it's all bad. But it's fun, man. I don't know. I know I'm repeating the same things, but I'm gonna stop the video there to redo me actually repeating stuff. So I'll see you in the next video, guys, whatever that video actually happens to be. Hopefully not some more random gunk like this that no one wants to watch. So see you later, guys, and goodbye.